Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're reading another Amelia Jane story by Enid Blyton. Amelia Jane Goes Up the Tree. It was springtime and the birds were all nesting. Amelia Jane was most excited. The birds are building their nests, she said. They are laying eggs. Well, they do that every year, said Tom. I want to make a collection of birds' eggs, said Amelia Jane grandly. You naughty doll, said the Clockwork Clown. You know quite well you mustn't take birds' eggs. Well, I don't see why birds can't spare me one or two of their eggs, said Amelia. After all, they can't count. Amelia Jane, you know quite well that birds get dreadfully upset when they see anyone near their nests, said the teddy bear. You know that sometimes they get very frightened and they desert their nests, leave them altogether, so that the eggs get cold and never hatch out. Oh, don't lecture me so, said Amelia Jane. I said I wanted to make a collection of birds' eggs, and so I am going to. You can't stop me. You are a very bad doll, said the clown, and he turned his back on Amelia. I don't like you one bit. Amelia Jane laughed. She was feeling in a very naughty mood. She looked out of the window down into a big chestnut tree. In the fork of a branch was a nest. It belonged to a thrush. There's a thrush's nest just down there, said Amelia. I wish I could climb down, but I can't. It's too dangerous. Perhaps I could climb up. How could you do that? Said the curly-haired doll in a scornful voice. Don't be silly. None of us could climb up that tall trunk. But the next day, Amelia Jane was excited. The gardener has put a ladder up the chestnut tree, she said. He has, really. He is cutting off some of the bigger branches because they knock against the low roof of the shed. I shall slip down, wait till the gardener has gone to his dinner, and then climb the ladder. Amelia Jane, you don't mean to say you really are going to rob a bird's nest, cried the clown. Oh, yes, said Amelia Jane. Why should the bird mind if one or two eggs are taken? She will probably be glad that she hasn't so many hungry beaks to fill when the eggs hatch out. So to the horror of the watching toys, Amelia Jane slipped downstairs, out of the garden door and up to the ladder. As soon as the gardener had gone to his dinner, the toys all pressed their noses to the window and watched her. She's climbing the ladder, said the clown. She really is. She's up to the top of it, squeaked the Clockwork Mouse. She's going right into the tree, cried the teddy bear, and he almost broke the window with his nose, he pressed so hard against it. Amelia Jane was climbing the tree very well. She was a big, strong doll, and she swung herself up easily. She soon came to the big thrush's nest. The mother thrush was not there. I suppose she has gone to stretch her wings a little, thought Amelia Jane. She stretched out her hand and put it into the nest. There were 4 eggs there, and they felt smooth and warm. Amelia Jane took one and put it into the pocket of her red dress. Then she took another and put that in her second pocket. There, she said. 2 will be enough, I think. I can start a very nice collection with 2. How pretty they are. I like them. She sat up in the tree for a little while, enjoying the sound of the wind in the leaves and liking the swaying of the bough she sat on. It was so exciting. I'd better go back now, she said. I don't want to be here when the mother thrush comes back. So she began to climb down the tree again. But after a while she heard a noise. It was someone whistling. She peeped down between the leaves. It's the gardener, said Amelia Jane in dismay. Oh dear, I hope he isn't coming up the tree now. He wasn't. He was doing something else, something that filled Amelia Jane with great dismay. He's taking away the ladder. Oh my, it's gone. However am I to get down again? The ladder's gone. It certainly was gone. The gardener, still whistling, carried it away for another job, and there was Amelia Jane, left high up in the tree. She sat there for a long time. She heard the thrush come back again to her nest. She heard the wind in the trees. She saw the toys in the nursery looking out at her in surprise, wondering why she didn't climb down and come back. I do feel lonely and frightened, said Amelia to herself. When the day went and the cold night began to come, I shall be very afraid up here in the dark. Oh dear, why ever did I think of climbing the tree and stealing eggs? It's a punishment for me, it really is. She began to cry,
and when Amelia Jane cried, she made a noise. She sobbed and gulped and howled. It was a dreadful noise. A small pixie who lived in the primrose bed below heard the noise and wondered what it was, so she flew up into the tree to see. "Oh, it's you, Amelia Jane," said the pixie. "What's the matter? You're keeping me awake with that dreadful noise." "I can't get down," sobbed Amelia. "I want to get back to the nursery and I can't." "Whatever made you climb up?" asked the pixie, but Amelia was too ashamed to tell her. "Please help me," begged the big doll. "I'm so unhappy." "Well, maybe the thrush who lives higher up in the tree can help you," said the pixie, and she flew up to see. Amelia Jane felt most uncomfortable. She had taken eggs from the thrush's nest. Oh dear, how she wished she hadn't. The pixie flew back again, and the big brown thrush was with her. "Here's the thrush," said the pixie. "She is very sad and unhappy tonight because some horrid person stole 2 of her precious eggs. But she is very kind, and although she is sad, she will help you." "Yes, I will help you, help you, help you," sang the thrush sweetly. "I am sad, 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 but I will help you, big, big doll." "How can you help me?" asked Amelia in surprise. "I can guide you right up the tree," said the thrush. "I know the way. I can bring you right up to the nursery windowsill, and you could knock on the window and get the toys to let you in. Then you will be safe, safe, safe." "Oh, you are kind," said Amelia Jane. She turned to follow the thrush up the tree. "Hold on to one of my tail feathers," said the thrush kindly. "Don't be afraid of pulling it out." Amelia held on to a feather, and the thrush guided her gently up the dark tree. After a little while, she stopped and spoke. "Big doll, can you see my nest just here? It is such a nice, comfortable one. It is very dark now, but perhaps you can see just 2 eggs gleaming in the cup. Aren't they lovely?" Amelia Jane could see them gleaming in the half-darkness. The thrush went on, half speaking, half singing. "You know, I had more eggs than those, you see, but whilst I was away this morning, someone took 2. It nearly broke my heart. Now I shall only have 2 children instead of 4. Can you imagine anyone bad enough to steal from a little bird like me?" Amelia Jane felt the 2 eggs in her pockets, and she began to sob. "What's the matter?" asked the kindly thrush, and she pressed her warm feathery body close to Amelia to comfort her. "Oh, brown thrush, oh, brown thrush," sobbed Amelia. "I took your eggs. I've got them in my pockets. Let me put them back into your nest. Please, please. They are still lovely and warm, and I haven't broken them. I'm the horrid person that took them, but I'm dreadfully sorry now." She took the warm eggs from her pockets and put them gently into the nest. "Now push me down the tree. Do anything you like to punish me," said Amelia Jane. "I know I deserve it." "What a foolish doll you are," said the thrush, very happy to see her eggs once more. "Because you were unkind to me is no reason why I should now be unkind to you. I am happy again, so I want to make you happy too. Come along, hold on to my tail feather, and we'll go higher till we come to the windowsill." So up they went, with Amelia wiping her eyes on her skirt every now and again because she was so ashamed of herself and so grateful to the thrush for forgiving her and being kind to her. They came to the windowsill, and Amelia rapped on it. The teddy bear, who was just the other side, called the clown, and together they opened the window. Amelia slipped inside. She said goodbye to the thrush, and then looked at the toys. "Whatever happened to you?" said the clown. "Did you take the eggs? Surely that was the thrush helping you just now." "I did take the eggs, but I've given them back, and I'm ashamed of myself for taking them," said Amelia in a very small voice. "I shall never do such a thing again in my life. I'm going to be a good doll now." Said the clown. "We've heard that before, Amelia Jane. We'll see what the thrush has to say tomorrow." I heard her singing the next day, and do you know what she sang? She sang, took two, put them back, put them back, put them back, sweet, sweet, sweet." Listen, and maybe you'll hear her singing that too. The end. Bye.